Chapter 27. Shattered Foundations. The air inside the van was heavy with tension as it sped along the empty stretch of highway. The city lights had long disappeared, replaced by the inky blackness of the surrounding forest. Samira sat in the driver's seat, her hands gripping the wheel with white-knuckled intensity. Gabriel was in the back, his rifle partially disassembled as he worked methodically to clean and reassemble it. Michael sat in the passenger seat, his gaze fixed on the darkness ahead, his thoughts a storm of uncertainty and resolve. "This is it," Michael said, breaking the silence. "The facility up ahead, it's the core of Nemesis's operation. If we take it down, we cripple Phase 4 before it can go online." Gabriel let out a low whistle as he snapped the final piece of his rifle into place. "You make it sound easy, but let's not forget the last time we hit one of their hubs. They didn't exactly roll out the red carpet." Samira glanced at Michael, her expression grim. "Gabriel's right. This isn't just another strike. This is their last line of defense. They'll throw everything they have at us." Michael's jaw tightened. "That's why we need to be smarter, faster. If we hesitate, we lose." The facility emerged from the tree line like a monolith, its sharp edges and sterile design a stark contrast to the natural landscape around it. High fences lined the perimeter, topped with razor wire, while searchlights swept the grounds in rhythmic arcs. Armed guards patrolled in tight formations, their movements precise and unyielding. The sight was both daunting and electrifying. This was the heart of Nemesis's operation. The team parked the van a safe distance away, hidden among the dense underbrush. Samira pulled up the facility schematics on her tablet, the glow from the screen casting her face in pale light. "The control room is buried in the central structure, 3 levels down," she said. "The exterior defenses are heavy, but there's a maintenance tunnel here." She pointed to a section of the map. "It's not unguarded, but it's our best shot at bypassing the outer perimeter." Gabriel slung his rifle over his shoulder. "And once we're inside, we split up," Michael said. "Samira handles the virus upload. Gabriel and I will draw their attention and keep them off her." Gabriel raised an eyebrow. "You're really banking on her finishing that upload fast." Samira smirked faintly. "Faster than you can shoot straight." Gabriel's lips twitched into a faint smile, but his eyes betrayed the tension beneath. "Let's hope you're right." The maintenance tunnel was cramped and dark, the air thick with the scent of damp earth and rusting metal. The faint hum of machinery vibrated through the walls as the team moved cautiously, their footsteps muffled by the damp ground. Michael led the way, his flashlight casting narrow beams of light that danced against the curved walls. The air seemed to grow colder as they descended deeper, a chilling reminder of the high stakes ahead. "Security checkpoint ahead," Samira whispered, her voice barely audible over the hum. "2 guards." Michael nodded, signaling for silence. He motioned for Gabriel to take the left while he circled to the right. The takedown was swift and silent, the guards dropping to the ground before they could raise an alarm. Michael dragged the bodies into the shadows, his movements efficient and deliberate. He exchanged a brief glance with Gabriel, a silent confirmation of their shared focus. "Clear," he said, motioning for Samira to move forward. The control room was a stark, sterile space, its walls lined with rows of monitors and consoles that displayed streams of data. At the center of the room was the primary terminal, its interface glowing faintly in the dim light. Samira moved to the terminal immediately, her fingers flying over the keyboard as she began the upload process. "This will take 10 minutes, she said, her voice steady despite the tension in the air. "I need you to keep them out of here." Michael and Gabriel took up positions near the entrance, their weapons trained on the corridor beyond. The sound of approaching footsteps echoed faintly, growing louder with each passing second. "Here they come," Gabriel muttered, his grip tightening on his rifle. The first wave of Nemesis operatives stormed the corridor, their movements coordinated and aggressive. Michael and Gabriel opened fire, their shots precise and controlled. The confined space amplified the gunfire, the air thick with the acrid scent of gunpowder and the metallic tang of blood. Each shot felt like a statement, a refusal to back down against the overwhelming odds. "How's that upload?" Michael called over his shoulder. 30%, Samira replied, her focus unbroken. "Keep them off me." The operatives pressed forward, their tactics shifting as they tried to outflank the team. Gabriel tossed a grenade, the explosion sending shockwaves through the corridor and forcing the attackers to retreat. "We can't hold this position forever," Gabriel said, reloading his weapon. "We need to buy more time." Michael's mind raced. He spotted a junction box near the entrance and motioned to Gabriel. "Cover me." While Gabriel laid down suppressing fire, Michael moved to the junction box, ripping it open and disabling the lighting in the corridor. The sudden darkness disoriented the operatives, their movements faltering as they struggled to regain their bearings. Michael's breathing was heavy, but his focus never wavered. 70%, Samira announced. "Almost there." The final wave of operatives was the heaviest, their reinforcements bringing advanced weaponry and heavier armor. Gabriel's rifle clicked empty, and he switched to his sidearm. His jaw clenched as he fired into the oncoming attackers. Michael moved to his side, his own ammunition running low. The two brothers fought side by side, their bond evident in the way they covered each other's flanks. 80%, Samira said, her voice tense. "Just a little longer." An operative broke through the line, lunging toward the terminal. Michael intercepted him, a brutal hand-to-hand exchange leaving the operative sprawled on the floor. He turned back to Gabriel, his chest heaving. "Hold the line." The terminal let out a soft chime, and Samira's voice cut through the chaos. "It's done. The virus is in." Michael tossed a smoke grenade, the thick plume covering their retreat as the team fell back through the maintenance tunnel. The sound of pursuit faded as they emerged into the cool night air, their breaths ragged and their faces streaked with grime. Back in the van, the team sat in silence as Samira monitored the virus's progress on her laptop. The facility's systems flickered and failed, its lights going dark one by one as the virus took hold. The sense of victory was tempered by exhaustion, each member of the team acutely aware of the cost. "They're blind," Samira said, a faint smile breaking through her exhaustion. "Phase 4 is crippled." Gabriel leaned back, his smirk faint but triumphant. "We just made Carmichael's life a lot harder." Michael stared out the window, the weight of their victory tempered by the battles still ahead. This is just the start. Nemesis isn't done yet. The van disappeared into the darkness, carrying the team toward an uncertain future. But for the first time, they carried with them the hope of turning the tide. Their unity felt stronger, their mission clearer. Nemesis had been dealt a critical blow, but the fight for freedom was far from over.